Hey YouTube fam, how's it going? This is Tack with Euro.American.Passion. Just giving you another update. This is update number 12 on the Ford LCF ramp truck build. So without any further ado, stand by. I'm back. Alright, this is what I'm doing. You remember when I was talking about the toolboxes? There's one right there. The one that's on top of the truck now was sitting right there. So that's this one. I just took off the handles here. I plan on taking these off as well, but just to kind of show you how it's not the best thing, but it's going to serve its purpose. I'm going to clean it up really good and put it in here. So I'm not going to use these. I'm actually get some more of those. And with this, my focus is I've lined everything up. There's a beam that runs here. So I'm going to hit it here. I'm going to hit one here. Hit one here. 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 And here. So all of those are going to be pretty strong. And then I'm going to, after I actually screw them in, self-tappers to kind of hold them there. Then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to run a angle iron. And actually I might not run an angle iron here because it's going to be, the metal is going to start here. But I'm going to run a 1 inch or 1.5 inch square tube down here and run all the way across and then come up. And then of course I'll run an angle iron from here to there. But this is going to be bolted under here. So, and this is 18 inches and the other 6 inches will be down underneath that. So basically all I would really have to cover up is just this section here. This section here. And from here to here on both sides. So I think I'll be all right. And this is aluminum, so it's going to have diamond plate doors and front fascia, but everything else is going to be flat. This is aluminum and I wanted to do steel. So anyway, this is where I'm sitting. Just think of this down here. Think of this down here. And oh, I forgot to tell you. Yes, I got the gas tank here. So I found out that the gas tank is 7.5 inches from here to here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it 6 inches here and not the 7.5, so that this will sit straight down and go across. And all of this back here will be in turn put in here and riveted in place so that I can actually use that side. And then I'm going to caulk it, or seal it basically. But once I get ready to do everything, I'm going to take all the stuff out and clean it really good. It don't have to be the prettiest inside because it's going to get dirty anyway. But I'm going to put it in there and I'm going to spray it good with some flat black so I can actually have it looking a certain way. So once again, all I have is just this and here. And I might actually do something here. I'm not sure yet. Tell me what you think. And I've actually been thinking about putting some stairs here to step in, but on the other side. Guys, tell me what you think. And these are standard semi handles. So this is before I actually get started with the welding here. I just want to show you what I had going on. So my focus is, when I cover everything up, I just want to be able to open this up to get to the gas tank. All right, and what I'm going to figure out now, while I have you on the phone, on the camera, let me see here. Bear with me. Looks like 20.5 inches. So all I really wanted to do was only show, oh, excuse me, y'all. I'm looking at it, but I'm not looking. All I wanted to show was this bottom part. So the way things are looking, I might have to run me a 6-inch strip. If that's 20 inches, that looks pretty low. So I'm trying to figure this out. I'll figure this out in a minute. Anyway, just giving you a heads up. So stand by. Okay, I'm back. All right, this is what I'm doing. Still working on the doors and the actual toolboxes. It's going to go down here. First things first is I'm going to actually create I have a 1 by 1, 1.5 by 1.5 that runs the length of that. Then I'm going to have one here, and it's actually about 2.5, 3 inches more than what the top of this is. I was going to run one here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it to here. It's going to get welded back here. So when it gets welded back here, see, it can go as high as 5 inches. But if I get a good weld here, then all I have to do is turn around and weld another one here, like that. I'm going to be very basic about it. And then I'm going to run another one here, and it's going to go up and weld to the actual rail that runs across. But in order to, this right here. So in order to actually have it to run across, I want to run it about right here, because all of this is going to be pretty much cut out, and it's going to be for the gas tank. So that's where I'm focusing on right now. So I'm about to weld, of course, that and this, and then you'll be able to see exactly what's going on from there. Stand by. Okay, I'm back. This is where I'm sitting. Yes, I got a Harbor Freight 215, and I love it. I also have a Miller and a Lincoln. But for what I'm doing, that 215 is off the chain. So, and those are just spot welds. I'm going to do a complete weld all the way around. And yes, I know the gas tank is there, but as I was saying, when I get to the box, the back side of the box is going to cut out. So the gas tank can go right there, and when I open up, the gas tank will be right there so I can fill up. It's covering the gas tank. Now when I do my little come up to come around, all I have to do is worry about that little section there. So I'm going to weld here, weld there. I'm going to have one where it's going to be about right here. It's going to go straight to the back and come up. And I'm hoping and praying that it's right here. So I'm going to screw that in, but I'm also going to have an L that's going to go back there and come back up, and it's going to tap into that cross beam. So this is my focus. And that minimizes how much I'm going to need to material I'm going to have to buy. So that's literally, let's find out how far this is. That's 14 inches. That's 20 inches. So that's 34 inches. Just from here to there is roughly 3 feet. So I'm just going to eyeball it and say 9 inches there. So looks like it's going to be sitting pretty, as well as, well, it's not exactly 4 feet, but it's close enough. It's literally about 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to bring it down to say exactly 24 inches. Now, let me get a stand back on it. So you can see, I don't know if you remember me telling you, I didn't mind the hooks of the gas tank hanging down. But I think I'm going to be sitting pretty good. And like I said, that's going to be the skeleton there. So anyway, oh, and I also found out that I thought it was the injectors. Come to find out, the actual ICP pigtail was so corroded with oil that it wasn't getting a signal. I mean, I can drive 60 miles and burn a half of a tank of gas. That was my first concern. The other concern was it was so erratic, like it was some burnt injectors. But I know that the people that I got it from had 3 brand new injectors put on it, and this was less than a year. So anyway, stand by. Okay, I got it welded. So I just need to actually finish my welds because I'm just tacking everything. So my next step is, as I was saying, I want to cut here. You see my scribe line all the way up, and here all the way over to here, and then cut back. This is where my gas tank is going to be. This section here is going to screw into these. But the bottom is holding the weight. So if I got a jack in here or something of that nature. But I have to go. One of my church members actually having a birthday, so I need to go and take her birthday present to her. But this isn't going to be all. So when I come back, I'm going to cut this, and then when I get through cutting this, I will come back and show you what I've done. So like I said, when I cut this, I just want to make sure when I cut this, I'm cutting the back as well as the bottom. So only thing will be here is just this little U shape right here. Here and here. To come down. And I'm going to reinforce this on the inside because this is one of those boxes that is straight through. So I'm going to take a piece of this and put it here, and I'm going to rivet it with some L brackets and silicone or caulk it, however you want to call it, really good, so that way I can seal this up so I can have whatever I need. And the same thing I'm doing here is the same thing I'm going to do on the other side. I decided to continue to keep these and all I have to do is just get a lock, and I can run me a clothes hanger. So when this actually works, when it opens like this. But if I have that rod to go through there, it won't allow it to move. And all I have to do is just the traditional locks with the little lever on it. And I drill a hole in it and put my clothes hanger in it. And as I'm turning it to lock it, it would lock. And it would keep this particular bracket from moving. But when I pull it down to unlock it, it'll come down to where this hole is. Of course, this is going to probably be a little small snippet of a video just to show you what I mean. So anyway, stand by, I'll be back. All right, that's my little stepping stool I was on. I'm back. All right, so as it was actually sitting here, I went and did what I had to do. And there it is. That's the piece that was cut. And this is the back. So all I have to do now is cut this part here, which it doesn't have to actually look pretty. And once I cut it, I'm good to go. I'm just going to cut it pretty much. Don't really have to be all that pretty. But I know that this is a little long, so I can cut it from here to there. So stand by. All right, I cut that bottom piece off. And when I get done with this one, I'm not going to do the other side because it's pretty much going to be the same thing. And I'm going to use these to mark up what I'm going to do. So my focus is to try to get this in here right now. So let's see what we got, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Guys, tell me what you think. It's just sitting in there right now. It's not bolted down. Tell me what you think. Let's see, if you're looking at it, this is the beautiful part about the other side I was telling you about. The box is 16 inches wide, and like I said, you can tell it's got a little tilt to it. That's until I hit the screws up at the top. But 16 inches wide. Now, what do you think? Once again, I'm going to fix these so I can use these again. So these can go here, and I'm going to do away with these. But the whole focus is, if I do it this way, it opens up where I have access to the gas tank. What you think, guys? And that one, I'm gonna cut a section out, and I got a brake in there. I got a metal brake. I'm gonna cut a section out. This one's already cut, bent on one side, so I'm gonna grab that one and bend it on the other side with the brake. And I don't know if I'm gonna do one side down here and the other side up top, or if I'm gonna do one side here and the other side there. But my focus is to be able to close this off and then put some silicone around or some caulking that's going to be weatherproof, so that way I can have that one. And once again, it's leaning because of the fact that I still have to lift up. See how it's leaning in the back? So this is going to be my next finished project, and I'm going to finish it. Tomorrow it's supposed to be raining pretty good, so I can't do anything, but I will tell you, after church on Sunday, if the weather permits, I'm going to screw these in so it can stand up, and then when I screw these in, I'm going to turn around and try to see if I can get a couple screws in here. So anyway, guys, this is Tack with Euro.American.Passion. Just another little video to kind of keep you abreast of what's going on. I'm doing as much as I can with the time I have, of course, but I enjoy putting this content out because someone is going to want to do this. It's not the prettiest thing, but it's my thing. So always remember, God bless you. Please be careful, and peace.